Okay. There you go. I'm live now. That should help. Fuck. I don't know why I bothered to share that. Why didn't you guys tell me forever ago that that's what it looked like? All right, so that part's done. So do I run emerge deep clean? Okay. Do I install kernel resources at this point or yeah, hop over to YouTube. You can actually read the fucking screen. Cuz that was abysmal. Do what? E-selects kernel list. Linux 6.12.41 Gentoo dist. Yep. Let's see what we got. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Oh, it broke. That's not good. Oh no, it worked. Never mind. Sorry, I'm just being a dick. I'm sorry. Is that more readable though than before? I'm sending it through 1440p at 15 bytes a second. So Yeah, Mr. Clean at home. Yeah, I am. I need a reboot? I'm kidding. I'm just. Is it done? Let me see it. All right, guys. We've got this beautiful thing. Which, I mean, it's got green in it. It's got green in it, so you know, it's not gonna show up too well on my green screen. But it's a little piggy bank. Or if it's small enough, no. This has a nice print. Like, got some bubbles and whatnot, which are probably just from. It's a low poly Charmander that Viking just printed on the new K1 that he got. It's a coin bank. I noticed that you send that through from your phone. So do you have to use their store to do that? I haven't looked too much into that. Yeah. Does it connect to like Maker, or what does it connect to?
People go on like the website and put it on there from like Thingiverse.
Like Thingiverse and whatnot.
This is from Thingiverse, but somebody else put it on Reality.
And it does such a good job. Oh, fucking sexy. I'm just debating what I want to print first. That's. I should print my logo as a pop filter. That's what I should do. And then nobody but me will ever see it. No, my granddaughter loves to do this with my mic. And then she'll like lick it. She's like, it tastes weird. And I'm like, okay, let me see that, child. I'm going to go ahead and wash this now. Okay. Oh, speaking, I saw Vert in this. Virtual machines, I use them a lot. I hope that you meant to send those commands to me, because if you meant to send them to Flamer, I ran them. See, I feel bad that like he's just telling us how to do it, but I mean, once I'm in there, I'll have to get used to it and comfortable with it, and you know, yeah, it'll be fine. We'll work it out. You got it? Nice. Oh, it's a bit of coffee. I thought my cup had broke. My cup had gotten chipped at the bottom. And this is from my favorite streamer. I think this is going. Ooh, it had little boxes, included file. Okay, well, I didn't get to read it, but it had emojis. Bitmojis. It had emoji? All right, emoji. That's done now, my friend. So it shows here is we did that. Oh, that's alternative manual configurations. So I ran all the commands that you gave me. And then this is a manual process for the app PCI utils and stuff. So I'm assuming that's not relevant. MD5. Ew, 85 page installation manual. So is that emerge? Is that emerge dash AV sysboot UEFI make config? Is that not the same when I ran that? Oh, I threw a wrench in the gear. Gotcha. My bad. I mean, it was faster. I was able to go make coffee, come back, and hey, look, it works. Next, your next step there, Flamer, is to no, to get all of the Proton suite installed. This way you can be the true hacker man. Proton email and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. I guess there's a few things called Proton. Really? Anyways. Okay. Found Linux image boot. That's got the kernel. Found init image boot AMD UC image boot init RAMs. Added boot entry. Yeah, yeah. Nice. Yeah, we haven't done FS. So are we doing like ETC, like a nano ETC, or do I have to? It's pronounced Vim. No, no, pretty sure I pronounced nano correctly. Fuck off, MD5. One of these days I'll learn how to use Vim, and then I'll be super happy hacker man. So SDA, here it is. And that's that's VT RFS. No, that's not going to be boot. What is it labeled? In FS tab? Okay, so we're not building it like this. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So like you have like NVMe 0 N and then or NVMe 0 for the disk for like which bay it's on, and then P stands for partition, and then partition 1, you know. With SATA devices it's just SD, SATA device, right? And then A B, C, D, you know, are kind of like, think of it like Windows with like it's C, D, F, G, you know, stuff. And then the partition is what has a number. So if you were to wipe a disk like in terminal and you wanted to wipe the entire disk, you would just type in SDA and it would wipe out everything on that disk. If you wanted to just wipe a partition, you would make sure that you designate which partition. Okay, so with that, wouldn't we also want a no fault on it? I was just wondering, like, if there was like a, you know, if like for the boot, um, now I will say I've never had it work with the mount points being put in. I've only ever had it work with UUIDs, but I also am stupid, so no, you're fine. I'm willing to try it because what the worst thing that happens is I restart and I go, yeah, it didn't work. And the only reason why I ran it off of SATA drive when it comes to this, Rob, is because it's not like the speed performance is really that much of a hit. It's not like I'm running Windows off of a SATA drive. Yeah. But then I also don't risk, you know, wiping out the device that I have as like a backup either in the process. So I can happily run off of a terabyte drive on SATA without any issues. Okay. Uh, MD5 says UUIDs are more reliable as SDA etc can change. Generally not SDA, but SDB, etc. Well, and these designations have always stayed the same. I have color coded um SATA cables, so every single time they've always been, the green one is always SDA, the blue one is always SDB, and the drive that's SDC is a black one. And it's always just every single Linux install. It's always been the same. So, oh, does it have it? So then it's all caps, right? Gotcha. Okay. More so applicable to externals. Listen, I'm just the lucky one that's got a bunch of, you know, smarter idiots than me. So, you know, that I can bug and ask questions of. Alrighty. Got that? Let's see. That's WLAN. ENP7S0. So ENP7S0. That's why I have that. All right, we're there. And then my thing that we made the other day for my audio routing will just work just fine with this, right? Or do we have to do a bunch of changes to it? Good Lord. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm assuming it's password. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's too short. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. No, pop on over, help him. That's fine. Unless you're trained, focused, you know. Hey, it benefits me when you read because then you can go off and say, you idiot, it's like this. And I don't have to bug Moji and get called an idiot constantly, you know? So for those of you that happen to watch the stream later or something like that, Flamer had started this process before I did. So then I was like, well, they're having fun. I need to get started and get a video done. So I started getting through it and I didn't make it very far. And then Moji found that I had made quite a few mistakes. Listen, you don't have to tell everybody that. Like, you know, that just, you know, like that, you know, it's just the implication, you know, just like, you know, I have an image to uphold that I'm like this expert on. Wait, no, I don't. No, the poor mirror shatters. Okay. I'm just glad that I chose to not go with compiling the kernel. Well, yeah, eventually, but I don't want this to be 26 hours later. Um, I the only thing I use is Bluetooth, and I haven't been doing anything with controllers lately, so we can fuck with that later. Unless we can't fuck with that later, then otherwise everything's hardline. We yeah. I ran a wire through the yard, so this way I could put the uh coax from Comcast through my window because I was not being that far away from the freaking modem. It's not happening. Also, my wife got really mad when there was an Ethernet duct taped to the ceiling. She looked at me. She goes, no, undo that." It's like if we paint it white, no, undo that. That's not staying like that. If we paint the duct tape white, I don't care. We're not painting duct tape white. It stayed up there like maybe 2 months, and then she was like, "I'm sorry, it's still it's there's still it's still taped." And I'm like, "That I'm gonna go get some clips." And so I put some clips up on to hold it up, and it was like maybe like 2 weeks later, she's like, "The clips aren't working for me. You need to come up with a different answer." I'm like, "God bless it." Yeah, the downside is that I'm in the dark when we get to that part. Yeah. I wanted to respond with something, but I can't because I'm streaming. Yep. And the internet doesn't like it when people say things that, they don't like. Okay. I don't have a DE at all on this. Oh wait, no, I did. You're right. You're right, I did. That'd be good. I'd like that. That hurt. That hurt like hell. Oh shit. 73? 73 what? Megabytes? 73 megabytes? I read that as CCP, not CPP. I'm like, what? What does the Chinese Communist Party have to do with this? Oh. Listen, Rust is the only salvation you need. How did Muddy get canceled? I I like Rust. I've played with Rust. I'm just not. I just don't really fully understand it. There is a lot of purple. Um. Hi. Have you noticed what world we're in? Linux people are fucking crazy. Why do you think I've never tried NixOS? No, that is not the right way to think of it. No, that's not the right way to think of it. Moji over here talking about Rust going, I should probably preface I don't know a lot. So this way I don't get That's the dad joke for the night, guys. Don't worry, there's at least 12 more. Yeah, I'm getting back into programming and I'm learning Python again because I was like, this is a safer place to be. Mm-hmm. I have listen, if I write something in Python and people want it in Rust, they are more than welcome to do that themselves. Oh, you know what? No, no, never mind. Great answer. If I ever make anything that people want that people enjoy, I will definitely rewrite it in Rust using ChatGPT. Don't know why it doesn't work. It's weird. I've been using Gemini because Gemini is really useful, and they have a section for learning how to program, right? Where it'll kind of walk you through the basics and stuff like that. It's been great, minus all of the times that it told me to do stuff that I know is a stupid idea. It does that a lot. And I have a background in programming with Python, so I'm dumb enough to know when it's telling me something stupid. Like, that doesn't make sense. Now we're on the long process of compiling. So, how long should it take it to do this world? Depends on where I'm pulling it from. I don't know. I've shoved a lot up there over the years. No, those are still stuck there because of the shots that get fired by you. Oh, your adventures in getting the terminal. That was yeah. That was everything Linux is. That's what that was. Got a hot shot, baby, this evening. Hot shot, baby, tonight. Control Shift V. But you're using console, you can also right click in that, which is why I like console the most out of all of them. Moj is gonna help us with this type of stuff. He's gonna be like, I am so done with these people. I hate everything about Linux. People do this for fun? What? What is wrong with them? Do they not have a counselor? Oh God. Oh wow. That got dark. Let's see. Finish him. Ba-da-low. Ba-da-low. Yeah, yeah. Also, if you're like in different areas, right? So like if you're in like the super user environment, right? Did my stream just crash? Or did the camera crash? Yeah, my camera crashed. You know, here's the thing. This is a great opportunity to make a thumbnail. Okay, save screenshot. Oh, save screenshot. One moment while I go unplug my camera and plug it back in. Oh my god. What? I need to. Oh, fuck me. Bro, I'm stuck. I shouldn't have made that joke. I'm having a hard time getting that from underneath the table. Oh, jeez. All right, there we go. Ugh. Okay. Should not have made the step bro joke. Okay. Anyways. Oh, wait a second. Did that break anything else? Okay, no, it didn't. I can still. I'm still talking. Okay. What part are we in? Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Hadn't thought about that being an option. Bum bum ba da 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 bum ba da. Ba-da-dum, ba-da, You made a British comment in the British comment. DLEL, British, isn't it? That hurt. That hurt my brain. I don't know why it hurt. Listen, you got to be careful. Otherwise, you'll spawn a legion of Unsullied. You know, so got to be careful there. I got one of my kids a long. I did that to my kids a long time ago. There was something I was just like sitting there and I started picking and I go "Mm," and put it in my mouth. And my youngest goes, "Huh?" Wow, that is a face for the camera to freeze on. Yep, yeah, it is. Yep, that looks like a Review Tech USA quality face right there. Looks like I have to go under my desk again. Looks like I have to go back under the desk again. Hopefully Step Bro doesn't show up. I made that joke and then I got stuck under the desk. I was like, no, bad idea. There we go. This is the oddest set of Linux issues I've ever had. R/ why the fuck am I here? Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean doesn't have a beard. I do. Dirty boy. My son's getting tired of his job because they're making it harder for them to make commissions. Wait, what? So it's like force. So it's like dash dash force. Nice. Oh. Oh my god, that works on PikaOS too. Huh. I didn't know that. So this way you know this flamer. If you have like a multiple commands in a row, the terminal can actually tell the difference in most cases that they're separate commands. So if for some reason it was like two separate commands that had to be ran, it'll just run those. Just this way, just in case you didn't know. That's okay. I've been coughing like crazy today. Mr. Clean, Mr. I hate you. You're a bad person. You know that, right? Okay, as long as we got that base covered, then yeah, at least you know that we know that you know, right? Like it covers the base. It's sad. Okay. No, I'm just saying shit to say shit. I want to hear myself talk. It's kind of one of my addictions ever since I was a child. I like hearing my own voice. I hate hearing my own voice. Editing is hell. Hey, Mars is in here. Why the fuck can't I hear Mars? No. His volume volume was down to 35. Okay, that explains it. I must have turned him down the other day because my headphones, people sound louder when in my headphones from work. Okay. I can hear you now. Now, do you exist? Yes, you exist, in case you were wondering. Mars, I have to say, I'm sorry. I have betrayed you. I am not going to Arch. I am going to Arch's uglier second cousin. Yep. I was talking about NixOS. No. No, I thought about doing NixOS. Mars left. I thought about doing NixOS. So I did that. I disconnected him for the laughs. I was help. I was helping him with it. I like never used that. I didn't even know until Panda walked me through how to do it. How to do it. You fucker. He's like, yeah, this, and I'm like, what? And then I'm like, who left the chat? I'm staring at it like, who left the chat? This is, wait, I'm not there. What the? It took me a second. Okay. I'd love to know how the fuck to change it so this way I don't have a cyan background on my fucking image. Yeah, see how if you look at me, I've got a cyan background. Like the whole thing looks cyan. I don't know how that happened. I mean, that was purple. No, still. Am I able to change it to this? Does that change it? Nope, that doesn't change it. Trying to figure out why my background color is fucking cyan. On my see my name, like see my logo and stuff. Where it says Moidy, just like it says like flame or emoji. Emoji has pink. Like, how the hell do I change that? No, I don't think my role would have anything to do with that. I think that if let me see. Oh. Oh, well, I don't want to adjust my settings. I want to adjust the server settings. Okay, let's see. Oh, here. Save changes. Does that change it? Disconnect. Nope, that did not change it. Okay. Server settings. Roles. Moiety. Save changes. Nope, changing that color didn't do it. Okay. Well, it's a trauma bond, so it takes a little bit of manipulation and a dedicated amount of time put into like, really making me feel like I'm part of the problem, and like I've only done it to myself, all that fun jazz. Okay, if I go back into roles here. I want to be ninja. Oh, here, I can fix that for you, Mars. Give me a second. No. Yes. Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing. No, I'm still trying to figure out why the fuck my background's cyan. Yeah, yeah. That's because you started last night. You built up the trauma bond early. Shut the fuck up. You know what's the best part about your network manager working? I won't have to go through that same level of pain. I'm just more so wondering why he wants to dox himself, you know? Haha, get wrecked, bitch. See, here's the thing. It's a win when Rob makes his normal computer a Gentoo system. I know it's not. It's self-deprecation. That's all it is. Hey, I'm at 59 to 73 packages. Yeah. I want to be finished. I want to be finished. I'm gonna get all of this. I'm gonna get all this Gentoo stuff downloaded and set up and installed, and then I'm gonna install Flatpak on it. I'm not gonna touch anything Gentoo related. I want to be teacher. Moity, by any chance, do you suffer from? Hey, it's Virtual Ghost. It's Virtual Ghost. Okay, I need to adjust my stuff because this is driving me crazy that every single time I have to connect the audio for fucking games and stuff. So this way I can hear it. Nope, it didn't work. Why? Oh. Disconnect. I put him on the wrong one. Listen. It doesn't want to stay the same, okay? Anytime I pause Caden Live, I have to scroll back a few like the 10-15 seconds so I can then reconnect the virtual wires. It's obnoxious. Okay, so last I remember, I died. Oh. What was that sound? It sounded like somebody screamed, so I went out to find out what was going on, and then yeah, everything's fine. All right, so we're done with that part. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's the sound of today's sponsor, store.moiety.com. Yeah, actually, it's just moiety.com now. We have the whole website integrated as the shop. It actually, I'm slowly building it. It's getting there. So we'll go to moiety.com. Brings you here. We've got the YouTube channel that it brings you straight to here. Oop. That's supposed to open up another page. We got the Patreon, which is not linked in there, but once that's linked, because it's not set up yet, once that's linked, it'll take you to a bunch of like article stuff that I want to work on. So it's free. I just found it to be a fun space to put stuff. And then we have the merch. The grandma should have swallowed. The Hong Kong titty croissants. I'm working on getting the other mugs put together, but we have the Coffee with Orion mug, and then the Orion class t-shirt. Grandma should have swallowed, and Hong Kong croissants. So yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, might as well leave that up. 27 packages. Should have taken like 1.16 seconds to do. Backtrack 0 out of 20. Oh, there's no E builds decided by KDE Meta. Plasma Meta. There it is. Yeah, it's KDE-plasma Plasma Meta. Four out of 310 packages. We will see. I was actually, while doing this, I was actually thinking about like different video idea for entertainment value. Having Gemini actually do the full build versus like assisting, like just let Gemini give all the commands that are needed and just copy paste them and see how bad it works out. 36-hour live stream turns into a 110-hour live stream. Let's freaking go. I am so doing that. Gemini. Do I do that in a virtual machine or do I do that with hardware? I literally have hardware that I can do that with. That's how I did my first sets of videos. Was directly on hardware. Which one would we rather see it? Would it be more fun to see it on hardware or more fun to see it in a virtual machine? Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm already in the make file. Stream lags a little bit. Take So web engine and wait, ENGINE. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. With AVG. Is it dash AVG? Okay. You've copy and pasted from Google, haven't you? Yeah, that's how I found it. It works with all other systems, okay? So that's 75 note emoji fallback. .conf. Well, see, that's going through things a lot faster. Yeah, no, okay. I want to do it on hardware because I think that's going to be way more entertaining. Because I was following through the when I did use Gemini to help me, or was it ChatGPT? I forget what I was using at the time. When I did use it to help me, I was following through the instructions and then asking what the right answer was for things that I didn't understand, or having it explain it to me, and then I would make decisions from there. I want to see what it does on its own. Yeah, I guess that's something I have to break myself of. Is usually I would go and look up the answer, and a lot of the times just the auto response from, like, the AI response from Google inside the search is sufficient. But from your response there, that makes sense that it will not be. Oh. Yeah, yeah. uh 56. So, anyways, my wife's phone had a problem, so she has to go grab another phone. Right, long story with that. um, but in the interim, until she can go over to Verizon and grab a phone, she's using one of my Pixels, and I thought, what my wife would do would be like wipe one of the Pixels, because I told her I have everything off that I need, so I'm not worried about anything. No, no. She chose that she wants to play on hard mode with her husband's phone and not wipe anything. That's fine, but you're going to get every email from every channel. You're going to get every single email for the three different emails that exist for the Moiety channel specifically. Every single Discord server notification. If you want to play it on hard mode, go for it. Anytime anything happens with PayPal, anything that happens with the banks, anything. It's just, I'm like, didn't realize I married a masochist. Plus all of her notifications. What do you mean? It's built in. Oh, it's not built in? I can never remember how those ones work. Ah, that's what it was. Yeah, so B top looks like this. So you can see what that looks like, Flamer. Oh, okay, good. And apparently it doesn't come built in with I'm so used to Arch. I might automatic. I've never had to install that. I had to install HTOP. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I use KD. Yeah, yeah, I know it makes it massive. Oh, you just want to see the massive ass mouse. I gotcha. I gotcha. I, do you know where your fucking mouse is yet? Do you know? It literally gets stuck clipping into the other monitors. I've never gone that big. I've had to like do it until it gets to like this big, and then I'm like, oh, there it is, you know. But I've never actually gone any further. Oh, there's a point where it restarts. It restarted. Yeah. Okay, so we're going. I'm literally looping it around in a circle on all of my monitors. You can also remember control and then scroll in. You can zoom in on terminals. Uh, your multi finger, your two fingers zoom in and zoom out should work with while holding control. Yeah, that's how I made it big enough so this way you guys can actually read it on screen. Ah, that sucks. Okay, good, good. Yeah. Kitty doesn't do that. Does Kitty do that? I don't think Kitty does that. Let me find out. Yeah, Kitty doesn't do that, which is the reason why I stopped using Kitty. Look at it go. Only 69 more packages. I did my weigh in. I'm down to 269. And I was like, nice. So I asked Moji the other day. I was like, so I all I ever hear about is like his dog, right? And I thought he had a cat at the time too. For some reason, I don't know why I got that confused. Um, I'm like, but do you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife? Like what's going on? Like any kids? And he goes, nope, I just got a dog. And if you hear children in the background, call the police. He's like, they are in danger. I do not need to have children around. I don't know what to do with them. They will probably starve and die. That's why the apps. This is why I'm not sitting here going, how do I get terminal? Google, help me. Oh no. Google didn't help me at all. I'm gonna edit the clip out so this way I want to have kids one day so I can kick their ass. Just edit it into a short. What? That's yeah. That's why he beats their ass because they kicked his ass in Mario Kart. In Mario Kart, it's the new in Minecraft. Swing, swing, swing from the cables. That is how you have a kid that's strangled to death. And oh, oh. It's really good that this stream is sponsored by moiety.com. Go to moiety.com for all of your shirt mugs and soon to be hat needs because no sponsors are gonna touch this. especially if it's an EMMC, because those things fail really fast. Have you shown him fast fetch or neo? Yeah, fast fetch is the. That's I yeah. That's why I get them both confused because neo fetch used to be like the thing. So so I can do pseudo Pikmin fast fetch. Wait, no, it's Pikmin. It's Pikmin install fast fetch. Might as well, showcase the fanciness. So anyways, if you look at my stream there, it's got the ducky, and then it shows, you know, what my desktop environment is, Wayland, and then it shows the displays and what their, rates are, that they're external, that this one's the main display. But it also shows my swap and my RAM and current RAM usage. And you can set a script up to make this auto update, and then it'll fluctuate constantly. The downside to that is, I can't remember what the command is, but unless you do a specific command, it'll actually just refresh. It'll constantly it'll do this. And it gets really disgusting. Because then you just have just a load of fast fetch. The other one is, thank God that it's the local IP is the only option now, because it used to also do your public IP. That was fun. Or was that NeoFetch that did that? You can set it on fast fetch, but I meant it was default. Was there one of them that it was default on, where it like always showed you had to go shut it off in the config? Lots of purple. And like a bluish color, similar to cyan. All right, I'm feeling the trauma bond. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm feeling the trauma bond. I'm really loving it, and I'm not even in there yet. Nope, that's where I take a picture of the screen, say, here you go, emoji. I'm going to go to bed now. Especially because I should be in bed already. Because I have to be on my way. Yeah. No, I'm off tomorrow. But I have to drive 45 minutes to get the cat, his balls chopped off. Yeah. Gorgeous. Love it. Yath Queen. They already, the kids are already calling him No Balls and Nobella. I'm like, so if I go and get my balls taken out because like I have like testicular cancer or something, are you gonna call me Davia? Am I gonna be Daddy Sita? Like come on. Yeah, I saw that. He has a gaming box. Why are you trying FPS? It's just a question mark and then why? Just don't let him know that you didn't install it by yourself. Or copy pasted them. Oh wait, you can copy paste. Is that allowed to be said on YouTube? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's not. But not sure. It's gonna stay, but I'm not sure. So here's what you're gonna be looking at here, Rob. If you go into type, it's my because I don't know what your bar looks like. System settings, and in system settings in KDE, you have this option for global theme, and you can actually get a global theme from the store. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass, sometimes it's not. So you can scroll through here and find that. Um, and then when you're done with that side of it, going back, if we go to where's it at? Colors and themes. You can actually set like different application styles and download additional ones. You can download additional plasma styling. You can download additional. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So colors, if we come up here, yeah, you can literally just change the color and bam. Yep, yep. Um my favorite is Nordic. Um and you can make it translucent. Oh, so you have the 7 arrow, okay, right? In quick settings, right? What you're going to do is you're going to type in effects and you're going to look for desktop effects. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come down here and you're going to turn on background contrast and you're going to turn on blur. Then you're going to go to settings or the config file for background blur and you're going to turn it all the way down to light for both of the options for noise strength and the background blur. And then what you're going to do is there's going to be an option in here for translucency, and you're going to check mark that and click apply. So translucency allows for when you move the windows around, it does that. And then I don't have I can get one. It takes 2 seconds because there's one built in that has compatibility. Global theming, and then oxygen, and we apply. And it's going to make everything really bright and very painful. But with the background blur, this one's got a dark theme, but you can kind of see that in the background. That hurts so bad, though. All right, Breeze Twilight. It's cool for like a few minutes. Oh, it's fun. The Zero Linux actually uses that heavily. Yeah, well, and then there's Mars who always has it set up. I'm not a huge fan of it. Also, oh, that's painful. Oh, it's great. I love it. No, no. So I like to do Nordic. Um, and then they have Nordic bluish plasma. See if it'll install and be nice. Oh, of course it doesn't want to do it. Of course it doesn't want to do it. This portion is a pain in the ass. What's the other one? I mean, yeah. I Yeah, it just doesn't want to download the fucking. Yeah, Cronkite. Yeah. Well, it's okay because that's okay, Moji. I'm gonna have you teach me how to do Hyperland next. I have wanted to have Hyperland for the longest fucking time, and it'd be great. I already have the maid outfit. I already have the maid outfit. It's okay, murder. It's okay. It's fine, Mars. Don't worry. They're watching. They're watching you. They've got it in your brain. They built it into your microphone, your mouse, everything, everything. The valve core extractor. Yeah. You think this is a valve core extractor? Wrong. It's a way that they are able to distribute WannaCry into semi trucks. Nick, so no, I have a void. So I because I go with the mentality of I'm just an idiot and we're kind of learning things together and I'm having fun and I'm showing you what I learned. I have avoided NixOS horribly because I've watched a bunch of videos on NixOS and just the responses from the community are just rabid fucking dogs, like level responses to anything somebody does or any criticism, and I'm like, I want nothing to do with it. Well, I wasn't gonna go with militant, but that's probably a better word. I was thinking more System of a Down, you know. Yeah, and that's coming from somebody that's an Arch user. They're what? Jesus. Oh my god. I'm gonna throw it up on stream. And now we're gonna take it away because I noticed what it said at the bottom there. See what it said at the bottom. uh listen. Okay, if you've got a problem with it, just remember the openly gay guy that's also in the call laughed at it. Okay, just, I mean, he laughed while he said, "Oh no." Yeah, sweet is really common. It's very pretty. I just don't like the mending the folders, the icons. So I generally, if I'm using Suite, I change the icon pack. See if it'll install from here. Son of a bitch, man. It could not install dependencies. It's you have to like if I restart my computer, it'll install just fine. It's KDE is just a pain in the ass. You can download you can download it yourself if you want, and then you won't have the issue. But then you have to manually install it. What are you running? Oh. He's on NixOS. Got it. By the way, I watched it was a few years ago. I watched oh shit, it was probably a decade ago plus at this point. Um That's crunchy. That microphone's horrendous. But I do like the, Satan spawn in of, holy shit. Oh, I think I just got herpes. I think I just got ear herpes. Oh, thank God. Huh. The microphone was horrendous. You're right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the IT crowd would have burned it with fire. I mean, they also caught it on fire, but still. What have we done? You're the one that convinced, Flammer to freaking do this. I get it. The siren call. The siren call. I understand. That's only because I had to stare at you and it was just so shocking. Yeah, it just threw me off my feet. Or it was the ball from the person in apartment B7. One of the two. Those kids really got to stop playing in the hallway. I, anyways, Richard Stallman, he is psychotic with like his yeah, the church and all of that, like that he put together, and like I watched it, and yeah, I watched there was a documentary about like Linux and like all of that, and Linus was in there, and like he's just just an average nerd, just kind of talking about what he was working with, and his work in the kernel. And then they asked him about Richard Stallman, and he was like, he's involved, and he made good contributions. Like, it's like, please don't attach me with him. Really, Rob? GNU Linux. But yeah, no, he well, and then he had like a whole like thing about how like monolithic kernels are bad, and it's like, yeah. Yeah, okay. So please tell me of I mean, like, he's even on like still talking about like how monolithic kernels are just like cluggy and whatnot, and it's like, dude, you still have yet to put together a microkernel that's like been you know as efficient. It's like, good lord. I can't think it. I don't think we have any like commonly used non-monolithic kernels, do we? I could have sworn Microsoft was a monolithic kernel. No, Windows NT kernel is not a monolithic. It's a hybrid kernel. Oh, okay. Well, so it's using both monolithic and microkernels. So technically, it is a monolithic kernel because it contains a monolithic, except for when it's not. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. But as far as I'm concerned, based off of my experience with Gentoo so far, this could all be wrong. Yeah. I mean, I had trust issues to begin with. It's not like I ever fully trusted, Gemini or ChatGPT with stuff. I mean, I trust it to make me a solid thumbnail. But like when I do scripts, I don't throw my scripts into into AI and be like, "Hey, write this better for me." I trusted to do tiny things, like my thumbnail or the description for the video. But like when I do descriptions for the video, I also throw it into a speech recognition site that does all of the transcripts for the closed captioning. So it then has the whole script or the whole yeah. But when AI was starting to become like closer to what it is now, I had a buddy of mine who used that for his used one of the models that existed. I forget which one. It might have been OpenAI. But used one of the LLMs to write a poem for his wife for her birthday. And she was like, "That is so sweet." And he's like, "I know. I had an AI write it for me." And immediately she was like, "No, I'm not happy." He's like, "I don't know why she was upset." he's like he's like I put together the system and had it because it was like earlier on, right? So he had like the open, I think it was open AI. So then he had it running on his computer and then sent it through a bunch of training data for like, and like took like weeks, right? Sent it through a bunch of training data for like poems and love songs and stuff like that, and then had it write you know something based off of giving information about his wife. And she was like, swept off her feet. And I'm just like, I would not have done that. He's like, "What's wrong with that?" "Yes, I am talking to you. You know who you are. If I have the story slightly wrong, please leave a comment down below." Uh, he watches my videos. I love you, man. But still got to say, not really my favorite thing. I may have I mean, this was years ago, so I may be slightly off on the story, but I do remember that he told her it was AI and she was not happy. You actually, because you read through comments on videos of mine, you would actually recognize it where I had talked about, he had asked if I was going to do self-hosting. That's the same friend. Yeah, I actually am working on self-hosting though. That is this box right here. We're working on it. We'll get there. So nice little HP laptop to do a small little self-hosted server. 52 gigs of Catgirl wallpaper. Yeah. It's an eMMC. So which is why it's lagged behind right now because my drive bay caddy thing, it keeps resetting all the time and loses the drives. So I need a new one. It's seen its last days. I've had it for 7 or 8 years. So I'm sure a power spike at some point damaged it or something. We're definitely not going to be compiling, Gentoo onto it. It's running it's running a headless Arch or non-desktop environment Arch. It's just a terminal. $69, $269. Jimmy Christmas. Okay, we're almost there. I just wanted to get through this so I could run the next one, and then I'm going to go to bed. Are you going to go to bed, or are you starting your day? Yeah, sorry. It always, he's always going to follow you back. Calculating dependencies. 230 packages. Yeah, there's that. Okay, so I have questions for you though, real quick, and then I'm gonna leave you alone and I'm gonna go to sleep. Uh so when I originally had set it up, I had gone through and like set like what architecture I had for CPU and stuff like that. Why did we not do that for this time? Because I remember last time I had to set like which V3 it was and stuff like that. So if I were to change to like a different CPU, um like say mine died and I grabbed another AM4, I wouldn't have to do anything different. I wouldn't have to like change anything. Gotcha. So like if so I would have to rebuild all of Gentoo though if I were to move to like an AM5 platform. Gotcha. Oh, so like I could load into like a TTY or something like that, or chroot from a live disk or something like that, and just update everything and leave it for like 6 days. And then just leave it for like 6 to 7 days. So like if I were to like switch over, like take this drive out and put it into a Intel system, it would be a complete nightmare, and it'd be better to just rebuild. I'm not. I'm an AMD fanboy. I'm an AMD fanboy anyway, so it's not like it would, you know what I mean? All right. Well, we're gonna. So when I'm done with this part, what else do I have to do? Gotcha. So we'll continue that part tomorrow then. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. This way you don't have to babysit me for hours while I break something. Alrighty, well, that's the end of the live stream as far as that part's concerned. Thank you, Moji, for putting up with my stupid ass. Yeah.